Real Madrid 2025-2026 football season. In this video, I am going to break down all the possible trophies that Real Madrid can win this season, right? So let us jump into the video, and if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, I am inviting you to just stay patient, watch the video carefully to the end, and tell me what you think about this Real Madrid squad and the possible trophies they are going to come across this season 2025-2026. I will start the video by asking, who do you think is the favorite to win the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026 football season? Because that is the question that many people have been asking, and the only answer I can give is this: Real Madrid is still one of the favorites to win the UEFA Champions League. Yes, Real Madrid of Xabi Alonso is one of the favorites to win the UEFA Champions League this season. The reason why I'm saying this is because Real Madrid is the only club with 15 UEFA Champions League titles. And when you take a look at other clubs, you discover that there is no club closer to Real Madrid. There is no club with 10 UEFA Champions League titles, but there is a club with 15, which is Real Madrid. So with all these statistics, you already know that every season is a season for Real Madrid to be considered as one of the favorites to win the UEFA Champions League. When you even take a look at this UEFA Champions League title that Real Madrid won in recent years, right, you will notice that there was not a single year that Real Madrid were actually placed ahead of every other club as the favorite to win the UEFA Champions League title, but they end up winning. So the only club with 15 UCL titles. Now let us take a look at Real Madrid in general, right? Real Madrid is going to participate in La Liga, 38 La Liga games this season. They are going to participate in the UEFA Champions League. They are going to participate in the Copa del Rey. They are going to participate in the Super Copa España. So these are the 4 possible trophies that Real Madrid is going to compete for this season. And if they win the UEFA Champions League, then the UEFA Super Cup will make it 5 possible trophies for Real Madrid to win this season. Now let us start with La Liga. Real Madrid has a total of 36 La Liga titles. Can they make it 37 at the end of the season? Yes, there is still a possibility, because when you take a look at the first 3 La Liga games of the season, Barcelona is not having a good run. It is only Real Madrid and Villarreal. Atletico de Madrid is not having a good run. So Real Madrid of Xabi Alonso is having a good run, and they can be considered favorite to win the La Liga title at the end of the season. When you take a look at this Real Madrid squad, last season they did not win the title, right? They did not win La Liga title. They did not win the UEFA Champions League. They did not win the Copa del Rey. They did not win the Copa de España. And what did they do? Because they noticed one of the biggest problems last season was at the level of the defense, and they changed their coach. Xabi Alonso now came in. Now what did they do? They signed 3 defenders: Trent Alexander-Arnold, Dean Huijsen, and Alvaro Carrera. Now 2 years ago, Toni Kroos retired, and up to today, Real Madrid is still looking for a player that can replace him. What did Real Madrid do? They go to River Plate. They went to River Plate and signed Franco Mastantuono. So Real Madrid made 4 signings this summer. Can these signings help Real Madrid win the UEFA Champions League? Yes. Can these signings help Real Madrid win the La Liga title? Yes. Can these signings help Real Madrid win the Copa de España and the Copa del Rey? Yes. Can these signings make Real Madrid win the Super Cup? Yes. There is still a possibility. Now, when you take a look at this La Liga this season, you discover that they have played 3 games out of 38 games that are going to be played this season. Remember, a La Liga season is made up of 38 games, and Real Madrid have already played 3 of those games. They won 3 of those games because the first game they played against Osasuna won the game 1-0 thanks to a goal from Kylian Mbappe. The second game they played against Real Oviedo won the game 3-0 thanks to a double from Kylian Mbappe and another goal from Vinicius Junior. The third game they played against Mallorca and won the game 2-1 in that game. Vinicius Junior scored in that game, and Arda Güler also scored in that game. Now, when you take a look at this season already, you discover that Real Madrid is actually in a good run. And if they take this energy into the UEFA Champions League, it is going to be something else. If they can take this energy into the UEFA Champions League, it is going to be something else, because this Real Madrid squad is a team that everybody is afraid of. I'm not going to pretend, because the winning mentality of this Real Madrid squad is something else we have not seen in the other clubs, right? So that's the main reason why I said Real Madrid can be considered one of the favorites to win the UEFA Champions League, win the La Liga title, and every other possible trophy that they are going to come across this season. When you take a look at the UEFA Champions League, now let me keep the UEFA Champions League. We can talk about that at the end of the video. Now, the Copa del Rey, Real Madrid have won Copa del Rey 20 good times, and there is still a possibility that they can get the 21 title at the end of this season. Nobody should be worried though. Nobody should even be disturbed about this Real Madrid squad, because there is a possibility that they are going to win it all this season, right? When you take a look at last season, Real Madrid suffered 4 defeats against FC Barcelona in all competitions, 2 in the La Liga title run, one in the Copa del Rey and another defeat in the Copa de España. And people will be asking, can Real Madrid get their revenge over Barcelona this season? It is still a possibility, because this Copa del Rey, Real Madrid with 20 titles, they are coming for the 21 title this season. They are coming for everything this season. They are coming for all the titles this season. They are coming for every bronze, every gold, every title this season. Real Madrid wants to win it all. Now, this Copa del Rey is going to be, I think this is going to be the first trophy that Real Madrid can win this season. Yes, this is going to be the first trophy, and there is a possibility that they can win. With Kylian Mbappe, things are different. Jude Bellingham is set to return anytime soon. The guy is going to return, I think in the next 2 weeks. Jude Bellingham is set to return with the squad. And with all these guys, Xabi Alonso is going to change his tactics. Xabi Alonso is going to use them. Xabi Alonso is going to cook. There is a possibility. Now, when you take a look at the Super Cup de España, Real Madrid has won the title 13 good times. So there is still a possibility that Real Madrid can win it again this season. I know many of you guys are underestimating Real Madrid because of the season that they had last year. Because they had a very bad season last year. Let me not even pretend. Real Madrid had a very bad season last year. So this season is a season where we are going to see a lot of corrections. A lot of corrections are going to be made this season. You can still remember last season, Vinicius Junior was a sure starter for Carlos Ancelotti. But this season, when Xabi Alonso came in at the level of the Club World Cup, Real Madrid started struggling. The first game that they played under Xabi Alonso was the game against Al Hilal. That was their first Club World Cup game. And in that game, the game ended 1-1. Xabi Alonso noticed something. This Real Madrid team is not the team that he knows. And after that game against Al Hilal, they played against Pachuca, won the game. After Pachuca, they played many other games and they won all those games, right? Until they came across PSG and got eliminated from the Club World Cup. Now, Xabi Alonso came out and made a statement. I think it was actually the club president, Florentino Perez, that let him know that there is no player in this team that is guaranteed a starting spot in Real Madrid. From then, things have changed. Things have changed because when you even take a look at the first game of the season, the first La Liga game of the season, where Vinicius Junior was a starter against Osasuna, his performances were not that good with his same performances at the level of the Club World Cup. So the second game against Real Oviedo, what did Xabi Alonso do? He started on the bench. When he came on, he assisted Kylian Mbappe and he scored a goal in that game. So Vinicius Junior is having 3 goals contribution already in 3 games. Rodrigo is still to score, and that's one of the reasons why I say Real Madrid is going to cook this season, because Xabi Alonso knows what he wants. He's a child from this club. Xabi Alonso has played in Real Madrid, yes, as a player, and now he's the coach. He knows what this club means to the world. So winning all these titles is possible, very, very possible for Xabi Alonso. Now, when I take a look at Real Madrid defense, right, when you take a look at Real Madrid defense, you discover that the guys are gradually changing as compared to the defense of last season. Last season, Real Madrid were conceding goals back to back. This season, they have played 3 games, 2 clean sheets, and just 1 goal conceded in 3 games. How many goals did they score in those 3 games? They scored 1 goal in the first game, 3 goals in the second. That they have scored a total of 6 goals in 3 games, and they have conceded just 1 goal. That's just to tell you that there is a lot of changes in this squad, right? So, Alvaro Carreras as a left back, Dean Huijsen is already a sure starter. It depends on the performances of Rudiger and Militao to see who is going to pair with Dean Huijsen. Now, Carvajal is going to be a starter from what we are seeing. It shows that Carvajal is going to be a starter this season. The Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be used as a substitute. When we go at the level of the midfield, we have Tchouaméni, Valverde, and Adagula, right? Tchouaméni, Valverde, and Adagula. When we go to a level of the attack, Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, and Franco Mastantuono. When Jude Bellingham will return, there will be some changes. Either Adagula will start on the bench, or Franco Mastantuono will start from the bench. But like I said, Real Madrid is going to cook a lot of things this season that you guys are even going to get jealous. Last season, we all criticized Real Madrid. We criticized Carlos Ancelotti. We criticized Kylian Mbappe. We criticized Vinicius Junior. But I think this season is a season for correction. And now, when they take a look at the most prestigious trophy that they can possibly win this season, is the UEFA Champions League, right? Is the UEFA Champions League. And when you take a look at the UEFA Champions League draw, right, discover that Real Madrid is going to play against Manchester City, Real Madrid is going to play against Liverpool, Real Madrid is going to play against Juventus, Real Madrid is going to play against Benfica, Real Madrid is going to play against Marseille, Real Madrid is going to play against Olympiacos, Real Madrid is going to play against Monaco, and Real Madrid is going to play against Kairat Almaty. You get the point. So the pathway to the UEFA Champions League round of 16 is not going to be an easy one for Real Madrid. Remember, last season, Real Madrid were not among the top 8. Real Madrid were not among the top 8. They had to play some games before they qualified to the next round, and they got eliminated by Arsenal. Arsenal won Real Madrid last season in both legs, in London and in Real Madrid. That's in Santiago Bernabeu. So this season is a season of revenge. I'll keep on repeating this statement. This season to Real Madrid is a season of revenge. Now, first of all, when you take a look at this group stage, playing against Manchester City and the current situation of Manchester City is already a sure win. When you take a look at the game against Liverpool, right, it is going to be a tough one. It is going to be a tough one. I'm not going to be biased here. When you take a look at the game against Juventus, it is going to be another sure win. So we all saw the way they played against Juventus in the Club World Cup, so this is going to be another sure win. The game against Benfica, it is going to be another sure win. The game against Marseille, last season Real Madrid suffered a defeat against a Ligue 1 club, against Lille, but I don't think those same mistakes are going to happen this season. Like I said, a season of revenge for Real Madrid. Now, after the Marseille, we have Olympiacos, another sure win, Benfica, another sure win, Kairat Almaty. I know this game is going to be a tough game for Real Madrid. This Kairat Almaty, first thing famous, Real Madrid is going to travel for over 12 hours just to play this game, and I think that is going to be the longest journey ever a club have ever traveled to play a game. So that is not even going to stop Real Madrid from winning this game. Just at the level of the group stage, Real Madrid can be at the top of the La Liga, at the top of the UEFA Champions League table, right? Remember last season, Liverpool ended the group stage at the top of the table, but this season, I think Real Madrid can possibly be at the top of the group after the first games. After the first 8 games, right? And now, when you take a look at this Real Madrid squad again, you notice something. There are a lot of quality players on the bench. When you take a look at the goalkeeper, Andre Lunin is on the bench. I can still remember the UEFA Champions League season. I don't know if that was 2022 where Courtois was injured, where they won the final against Borussia Dortmund. Courtois returned. I think that was Courtois returned when they were already at the level of the finals. Andre Lunin carried Real Madrid up to the finals. So in case Courtois is not available for games, there is a player on the bench. We go at the level of the defense. Let me start with the right back. Carvajal is there. If he is not there, Trent Alexander-Arnold is there. We go to the defense. We have Militao, we have Dean Huijsen, we have Asensio, we have Rudiger, we have Alaba on the bench also. So 5 world-class central backs, and they need just 2 to start the game. There is no way Real Madrid will ever lack at the level of the defense. When you go to the left back, we have Alvaro Carreras, we have Fran Garcia. If these 2 guys are not available, Alaba can play that left back. Alaba can play that left back. When you go to the level of the midfield, we have Tchouameni, Camavinga is also set to retain. Valverde is there. Jude Bellingham is also set to retain. When you go to the level of the attack, not forgetting Adagola, make it a total of 5. And even which players that am I missing out? Any player? Okay, let me just keep these 5 guys. We go to the level of the attack: Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe, Garcia, I mean the guy that won the Golden Boot at the level of the Club World Cup. Then there is even Franco Mastantuono, Brahim Diaz. That's just to tell you the level at which Real Madrid is at this season, because I think they have everything it takes. They have everything it takes to win many trophies, and I believe this season is a season of revenge. I started saying it, right? This season is a season of revenge. Real Madrid suffered 4 defeats last season against FC Barcelona. 4 defeats, and they conceded more than 16 goals in 4 games against FC Barcelona last season, and this season is a season of defeat. It's a season of defeat. Can Real Madrid win the La Liga title? Yes. Who is the favorite to win the La Liga title this season? If I am not being biased, I will call Real Madrid. Can Real Madrid win the UEFA Champions League this season? Yes. Who is the favorite to win the UEFA Champions League this season? I will still call Real Madrid. Can Real Madrid win the Copa del Rey and the Copa de España? Yes. Who is the favorite to win these 2 trophies? I will still call Real Madrid. So to me, Real Madrid is the favorite to win every trophy that are going to come across this season. Guys, I'm going to end the video here. I'm not going to make it to be long because international break is currently ongoing, and I have some games to go and watch. Immediately after the games, I have to make some videos. Like I said, international break is going to end this weekend, right? So games are set to return this weekend, club games are set to return this weekend, and the UEFA Champions League is set to start next week. So you guys should not miss out. And if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, I am inviting you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You hit the thumb up to the video, turn on the notification bell for more videos like this one, and most importantly, you tell me what you think about Real Madrid 2025-2026 football season and what you are expecting from Real Madrid. Get me, what are your expectations from Real Madrid this season? That is the most important thing that I would like to hear from you, what you're actually expecting from Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid this season, 2025-2026 football season. And most importantly, what do you think of my statement? This season is a season of Real Madrid revenge.